Hey everyone, welcome back. Really excited for this one. It's going to be I Want to Be Adored by the Stone Roses. Right, so let's talk about the introduction then. There's a couple of things we need to talk about first. Musically it's a bit weird. We're in the key of G major, but we're going to be playing the lead guitar in B minor, pentatonic. It's a bit of a weird one, and there's a couple of reasons why this might work. You know, if you look at the chords of G, you know, we've got G, we've got D, we've got our E minor, we've also got B minor as well. If you look at the chords of B minor, again, we've got G, we've got D, and we've got E. So a lot of the chords are the same between the two keys, so that's one reason. Also, B is the fifth of E, so that's another reason why some of the licks might work quite well. Don't get too bogged down with the theory. We want to keep it quite, you know, user-friendly and practical for everyone. Moving on to effects then, I've got a bit of chorus, crank the amp reverb, tiny bit of compression. I've left the delay out for the purpose of the lesson. I'll leave that to you guys. Anyway, check this out. So that was my interpretation of the introduction. Hopefully it gives you guys a few ideas. Just remember as well, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be using the neck pickup to start off with, and then later the bridge pickup. Anyway, I'm going to run you down the first phrase. It sounds like this. So you may be noticing there that I'm going from pattern 5 of our B minor pentatonic into pattern 4, but you don't have to worry about that too much. We're going to be starting at the 19th fret of the B. We're going to go over to the 17th of the E, then 19, back to 17, then we're going to go 19th of the B to 17 of the E, back to 19, then we're going to switch over to our index finger there at the 17th of the B, and we're going to slide that down to the 15th, which is just 2 frets down, then we're going to go 17, 15 again. Then we're going to jump to the G string now, ring finger, 16th of the G. Then we're going to go 14, 16, and then 15th of the B, and the last note there, 16th of the G again. Phrase number 2 is going to sound like this. Nice and simple then, we're going to be doing a rundown in our pentatonic pattern 3 now, so we're moving slowly down the neck, and we're going to be starting with our middle finger at the 12th fret of the B, then we're going to use our pinky finger to play the 14th of the G, and we're going to pull that off to the 11th fret of the G, and I like to do that twice. Then we're going to do another couple of pull-offs at the D string there, 14th fret to 12. And then we're going to land at the 14th fret of the A. Just like that. We're going to finish the phrase off by doing a little bit of a reverse on that. We're going to go hammer-ons on the 12 to 14 on the A, and then same thing on the D. Phrase number 3 is going to sound like this. To start this, we're going to be at the 7th fret of our D, and you'll probably recognise now we're in pattern 1 of our pentatonic, our favourite scale. we're going to hammer on from the 7th fret of the D to the 9th, then play the 7th fret there of the G, and we're going to do a bit of back and forth between the 9th of the D and the 7th of the G, and that sounds like this. Then we're going to do a bit of back and forth from the 9th of the G to the 7th of the G. Then we're going to go 7 on the B, 10 on the B, back to 7, then we're going to go twice 9, 7, 9, 7. And notice on the last time there from 9 to 7, we're just going to make sure that we ring those notes out just a little bit longer. Let's just have a quick recap. The solo so far sounds like this. Phrase number 4 is going to sound like this. So to play that, we're going to be doing a lot of kind of hammer-ons and pull-offs and a little bit of sliding. It goes like this. We're going to start on the 9th fret of the G with our index finger there. We're going to hammer on and pull off the 11th fret of the G. And when we do that, we're going to slide our index finger down 2 frets to the 7th fret, and then we're going to do the same thing, hammer on and pull off from the 9th fret of the G there. Then we're going to go 9th of the D, then we're going to go 7, 9 on the D, 7th of the G, 9th of the D. We can finish that phrase off if we like by doing a little riff that I like to do. It's just a 3-note thing, going from the 5th of the E to 7 and then 5th of the A. Phrase number 5 is going to sound like this. And that's a nice simple repeating rhythm. We're going to be starting at the 7th of the D, hammering on to the 9th, and then we're going to go 7th of the G, and then we're going to do sort of the same thing in reverse. We're going to go from the 9th of the D, pulling off to the 7, and then landing at the 9th of the A. Then we're going to start at the 7th of the A, hammering on to the 9th, then 7th of the D, and then same thing again, we're going to reverse it. We're going to start 9th of the A, pulling off to the 7th of the A, and then sliding down 2 frets to the 5th of the A. Then for the last one, we're going to go 5th of the E, up to 7, then we're going to go 5th of the A, back to 7th of the E, and then 5th of the E. It goes like this in full. Phrase number 6 is going to sound like this. And you'll notice there I'm replicating a bit of the bass line. And to start off with, I'm going to play the open A, 2nd fret of the A, open D, 2nd fret of the D, and then we're quickly going to play the open E string and let that kind of ring out. And then, like I said, we're going to replicate a bit of that bass line. We're going to slide up the 2nd fret of the D up to the 4th and back again. And I like to do that twice. Phrase number 7 is going to sound like this. And this will probably sound quite familiar to you by now, or the melody will anyway. And we're going to start at the 7th of the B, pinky finger playing 10th of the B, 7th of the E, then we're going to go back 10th of the B, back to 7, then we're going to go 10, 7 again, then we're going to go twice 9, 7, 9, 7, and then we're going to go 9 of the D, 7th of the D going back up to 9. Funnily enough, then 7th of the G, and then landing once again 9th of the D. And sometimes I like to hammer on that last bit, make it a bit quicker. Don't have to do that, it's just a nice touch to add. Phrase number 8 then is going to be really simple. We already know it, we've already played it. It goes like this. Just be wary on that last time when I do that little motif. If you want to do it like I do, I switch over to the bridge pickup, which makes us nice and prepared to come into that main riff. We're now going to talk about the main riff for the song, and it goes like this. So to start this off, we're going to be at the 9th fret of the D string, and we're going to go from the 9th of the D to the 9th of the G, and back to the 9th of the D again. We're then going to go 7-9, 7-9 on the G. Then we're going to slide up from the 9th to the 11th, back down to 9, and then 7 again. And then we're going to go 9-7, 9-7. And then finish by landing on that 9th fret of the D. And then we're going to repeat that exact same riff again, only the finishing note is going to be the 9th of the G instead of the D. We're going to finish the whole thing off by doing a couple of pull-offs at the 7th and 5th frets of the E. Same thing on the B string. Then we're going to go to the G string, 7th fret, slide down to the 4th, up to the 9th, and down to the 7th. It goes like this. So let's talk about the rhythm section then. We've only got a couple of chords to play and it follows the bass line mainly, and it just goes like this. We're simply just going from G to D to G to D to E minor. You can do that as power chords as well if you'd like. And remember, our main function here is just to help and support the bass line. We're now going to talk about the lead guitar, variation 1 if you like, and it goes like this. And for this we're going to be in at the 11th fret of the G, and we just want to bend it up a little bit. And then we're going to go down to the 9th fret of the G. And then play that a few times and go down to the 7th. And then we're going to take that down again to the 4th fret. Hammer on to the 7th. Use our pinky to do that. And then back again to the 4th. Let's talk about variation 2 of the lead guitar. It sounds like this. So this one's slightly more complex. We're starting with the usual bend at the 11th fret, bringing it up, bringing it down, going down to the 9th of the G, down to the 7th, and then when we get to the 4th, we're going to slide it all the way back up to the 11th, and then land back at the 9th of the G. And then the second time we do that, we're going to go same thing, bend up and down, 9th to 7th, 7th to 4th, and then to finish off the second time round we're going to do this. And that's a really quick bit to play. We're going to start on the 11th of the G, sliding it up 1 fret to the 12th fret, back down to the 11th, and then pulling it off to the 9th of the G. We're now going to talk about the bridge section, and it can be as simple or as complex as you like. At its core, it's going to be D going to C in this rhythm. And we're going to finish that off by holding on the D, which will take us nicely back into the riff. If you look underneath the surface a little bit more, you can also hear some lead guitar going on there, and here's my interpretation of that. that we're going to be playing at the 3rd fret of the B, and I like to slide it up to the 5th fret and then go 3rd, 1st, then 3rd. The second part is going to be going from the 3rd fret of the B to the 1st, back to the 3rd. Put the two together. We're going to finish the phrase off by doing a little rundown. I'm sure you heard me do it. It goes like this. And to play that, we're going to be starting at the 3rd fret of the B, going to the 1st fret, 2nd fret of the G, 1st fret of the B. Then we're going to go open G, 2nd fret of the D, open G. Then we're going to go 2nd fret of the D, open D, 2nd fret of the D. Then we're going to go open D, 3rd fret of the A. And we're going to finish this off by playing the open A string, open D string, and then 2nd fret of the G there, all nicely together. We're now going to finish the song off by taking a look at the outro, and that just features a couple of variations on riffs that we've already played. To play the first part, we're going to start off by doing a riff that we already know. But then this time we're going to land straight at the 9th fret of the G, and we're going to let that ring out, and we're going to do a little bit of back and forth between the 9th fret of the G and the 7th fret of the E there. For the second part, we're going to play the same riff yet again, only this time we're going to repeat that sliding riff another 2 times. And you'll notice there, the last 3 notes I play there, I'm just going to let them ring out, and that's that 9th fret of the G, 7th fret, and then 9th of the D. We're going to finish the entire song off by just cycling the chords. Okay, so that's been my lesson on "I'll Be Adored" by the Stone Roses. I really hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.